did an oopsie. My name is Gloria's Poppy, and you're watching PEW News. The most well-loved and fantasized news story. The sub-gap difference is now less than 40,000. This could be the final day. For the first time, I'm scared. Do something! Mr. Beast-sama, please. Taskete. Subscribe. It's now or never, boys and girls. Printers did an oopsie. Can you believe this? Someone hacked printers worldwide, urging people to subscribe to PewDiePie. Thank you, printers. Very cool. See, this is what I'm talking about. Even printers are doing their part. Now, I saw this on Twitter and I actually thought it was fake. I didn't really take it seriously, but the message was basically printed and told people to, number 1, unsubscribe from T-Series. Number 2, subscribe to PewDiePie. Share awareness, tell everyone you know, and brofist. Extra points. Subscribe to Dolan Dark and Grande. Hit the dab like Wiz Khalifa. Delete TikTok. Smile, the world is a great place. Never mind, it's 2018. We're all gonna die. Pro tip, your printer is exposed to the internet. Please fix that. Greetings from a friendly giraffe. So this was made by the hacker Giraffe. The hacker said that he found over 800,000 vulnerable printers, but decided to just target 50,000 of them with this message that was printed. I need the 800,000. And yeah, people on Twitter were saying that, why are local printers being hacked for this? Why? Are you serious? It says right there. Are you kidding me, Madison? So this just randomly printed on one of our work printers. I think PewDiePie has hacked our system. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that was me. I did it, totally. This was getting more media attention than anything I've seen in the recent memory, revolving me at least. It was featured on a ton of different media websites, IGN, Wired. I love this one because it says printers were exploited for PewDiePie propaganda. You know, Russians hacked the election, but 9-year-olds hacked the printers. That's the one the history will remember. So obviously this raises awareness because a lot of people's printers are could easily be exploited and actually cause damage. You know, the giraffe said that he could have targeted more, but decided not to. And he also mentioned that I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Raised awareness for this issue and helped PewDiePie get a slight edge. That's what I need. That's what I'm talking about. All this support to keep me on top is so funny. I love it. Please keep it up. Just don't do anything illegal, okay? Because that will look bad on me. That's the only reason. I mean, it will look bad on PewDiePie, whoever that is. So make sure your printer or other devices that are connected to your Wi-Fi or internet in general is not open and can make sure that nothing bad happens. That's right, everybody. The hacker Giraffe also mentioned that there are several 100,000 open Minecraft servers. Do I make a bot that joins and spams sub to PewDiePie, or is that too useless? It'll attract real 9-year-olds. Come on! Desperate times calls for desperate measurements. Please. As always, passing the question on to you guys. What do you guys think? I'm just Poppy Harlow. Next news. Merch. That's right. Merch. There's only 4 days left on this. What are you doing? The hottest merch in the game. Buy that merch. Buy that merch. We have the very slick 70 million club sweater. Oh boy, look. It looks like PewDiePie has legs. There's no way this can be real. The ever sexy Suka Biat hoodie and other Suka lasagna. 3 days left. What are you doing? The PEW News merch designed by PewDiePie. Wow, what a talent. Why is not more people buying this? It's so cool. But of course, you could always just buy a PEW News hat and support PEW News. Thank you very much. Namaste. Gloria Borga gets the bread. Thank you very much. Next news. No, I mean, Cloak. Markiplier and Jackapplier did an oopsie. Markiplier and Jacksepticeye's Cloak scam clothing company. Cloak is a scam. Cloak, Markiplier and Jacksepticeye's overpriced clothing brand. Now let's have a look.
This is Cloak. This is our clothing brand. This is your clothing brand.
Like Patagonia, who are more for people who want to go outdoors. There's people like Lululemon who cater towards people who do yoga and things like that. But I don't really do any of those things. I'm not really that kind of person. And being someone who plays games all the time, I never really felt like there was a version of that for me.
So it's athletic wear for people who don't work out. Now, clothes for gaming makes sense. At least from my perspective, I think gaming clothes usually are pretty cringy. They don't really have the best rep, at least. But people are saying that they are abusing fans with this brand because the prices are just too high. Fans are saying, these prices are too high for me. I'm poor. Oh my god, I really want a hoodie. And the prices being a hoodie for 80 bucks, 85, and 65, and 35 for a t-shirt. Now, when me and Marcia launched our clothing brand, Suki, we got very similar criticism. People were very upset at us for having overpriced clothing. But the thing is, we don't produce our clothes in China. We produce them in Canada. So it's ethical clothing, and we really wanted that to be part of our brand with Suki. We don't produce t-shirts for 10 bucks and then sell them for 45 or whatever. Our profit margin is totally fair, it's totally reasonable. Although we wish we could sell it cheaper, I do sell my merch, as I mentioned, represent.com/Pewdiepie, which is cheaper. But I've seen a lot of people with Cloak especially saying that, why would I just pay that amount for a t-shirt? I could just go to Walmart and buy a t-shirt for like $5 or something like that. But it's like, and do that. If you want to go to Walmart and buy shirts, just go right ahead. The thing is, those type of shirts usually won't last you very long. I guess that's fine. They're most likely produced in a country where you can't for certain say if the workers are working in fair conditions and it's ethically made. It's very hard to tell if that's actually the case or not, and a lot of times it isn't. Fast fashion arguably has a bad effect on the environment. Most of all, it's not designer, and if you don't want that, sure, it's fine, but you're not going to get the same quality. You're not going to get unique patterns, designs, or any style that really sets it apart. And I see people criticizing Cloak, saying like, oh yeah, it's just a black t-shirt or whatever, I can't even see the brand. But you know, you can tell there is small details, it's a minimal design, and that's what sets it apart. And I don't know, I think it's cool. I like minimal, so for me, I don't really have a problem with that. Although I think the problem is that with fans, especially younger fans, I mean, I share a lot of my audience with Jack and Mark, but I do think their audience probably slightly younger as well. And younger people want more brand heavy clothing. That's just how it is. Teenagers wants to show their brand. They want to show who they're associated with, and they judge other people based on that as well. So it's much more important for younger audiences to have an actual brand. And if you're gonna pay more, you want that to show at least. So people are saying that they're exploiting their fans for doing this kind of design with these prices, when in reality, it seems like it's the opposite. I don't know. What do you think? Suki is selling out fast. Merch. That's right. Merch. This is not merch. That's the thing. Why are they charging 80 bucks for a merch? It's not merch. I have merch. Oh, what's that? How is it possible? I am in a night sky city. What? Guys, I have an announcement to make. This is a green screen. That's right. It's one of the great products from Elgato. Thank you, Elgato, for sponsoring me. This green screen is genius. I love this. It makes my life so much easier. The fact that I can just tuck this away, I love it, okay? Usually green screens are you have to set them up and leave them in your room forever, and it takes so long and so much effort to put them down. With this, 2 seconds, and you're good to go, and you can just move it around easily. Thank you, Elgato, for sponsoring and making my life easier. If you are interested in this product and many more, check out the link in the description. Next news. It's December, okay? I'm sorry. PewDiePie did an oopsie. That's right. PewDiePie attacks Lilly Singh's YouTube blog about her mental health. That's right. Attack! Get her! So this was written by the Daily Dot. I especially love this part that says, it's not the first time he criticized a female YouTuber or streamer. He blasted Twitch star Alinity. The correct way to phrase this is, it's the first time he criticized a female YouTuber. He also criticized a female streamer. It's like they so desperately wanted to seem like I'm attacking girls. It's ridiculous. These poor women that I'm constantly attacking. It's a bit of a tangent. Isn't it kind of sexist to frame it like I'm attacking these girls for criticizing them when I criticize men all the time? Like they can't face it themselves or something. It's just overwhelmingly or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Basically what happened was Lilly Singh uploaded a video where she said she was going to go on a break, and I criticized it saying like, well, you're not really taking a break if you focus on making a video about it. Anyway, let me phrase it a bit better in case I didn't last time. To be clear, I think it's great that Lilly decided to take a break. The reason why I'm annoyed with it is that right now on YouTube, the climate is very much like YouTube is so hard for YouTubers and everyone is just so down. And we've seen a ton of these type of articles coming out in the media, so this message is really becoming more and more reinforced. Even when Marcia quit YouTube, that was the message that was spread throughout some media, even though that wasn't the reason at all, that it was hard to be a YouTuber. It was that she just didn't want to do it anymore. The reason why I criticized Lilly was because I made the same mistake. I made a video where I said I'm going on a break. It was during one of the toughest times in my YouTube career, and I was at a breaking point. I was so caught up into YouTube, and in retrospect, I wish that I had just taken time off. I wish I've just taken a break, maybe tweet about it, and left it at that, and then come back and explain myself. Because if you announce that you're taking a break as a YouTuber because you're burned out on YouTube or whatever the reason was, then you're still putting YouTube first, and that's not fixing the problem. Lilly says in the video that it's not clickbait.
It's not clickbait.
Which means she knows it's click-worthy. She knows it's gonna get views. She says that she's not trying to get on trending.
I'm not trying to get on the trending page.
Which means that she knows it possibly would get on trending. Obviously, I don't know her, but the way she talks about it, and from a YouTuber's perspective as well, I kind of understand the mentality that go into it. She also talk about upcoming merch, for example.
I do a lot of social good work. I love focusing on girl love. I have merch coming out.
And talking about her fear of audience abandoning her and that she really wants them to be there when she comes back.
It's because there's a fear. There's a fear that your audience will abandon you and that people will forget all about you and then you won't be able to get back once you return.
But she also says that she wants her mental health to come first.
Why do I want to take a break? There's many reasons. First and foremost, my mental health.
Based on what I hear in this video, I just don't think she's doing that. And saying how this video gets pulled in the media and talked about in the media, I'm worried that more people is just gonna do the same thing and fall in the same trap. If she really wants to feel better, I wish her the best and I want her to get there. I just don't think she can if she's still putting YouTube first. And that's speaking from my own experience. It's like expecting to solve your addiction by doing more of it. You're rewarded for constantly uploading on YouTube as often and frequently as possible. Obviously, people are gonna get burned out at some point. And if you don't, and if you stop, and if you don't upload, you know someone else is gonna take that spot for you and fill that spot for you, and I think that's why there's a lot of fear of taking a break. The irony or the paradox almost is that if you don't take a break and you always just do YouTube, then you're probably not an interesting person. You probably don't have that much interesting things to say, because if you're just uploading YouTube, where else do you get your ideas actually be worth people's time? People just don't sit on an endless amount of entertainment capacity. That's just not reasonable. It's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. This is a very long tangent. Pew News, the most respected news source. Remember, check out the merch. Very important to get the epic victory real. Also, guys, I'm going on a break. I'm just kidding. The sub gap is getting closer. Do something! I have one project I'm working on. I just need one more day, please, guys. One more day, that's all I ask for. Maybe a couple more days, that would actually be great. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, whatever, I don't care. Bye.